when I finished that, a number of people said, well, Perry, now what about Asian art? And I liked the idea. So I brought this at this time, Harry, I forget his last name, who had become the head of national programming. And he said, oh no, we can't do 3 films. We can't spend that kind of money and that kind of time. You can do one 90-minute film. And I'm horrified. Do one 90-minute film on Asian art when I've done 9 hours on Western art? And I made the mistake, opened my big mouth, and I said, well, if you can't do it, I can find somebody who would be interested in doing it. He said, fine, and the next thing I know, I was fired. After, 30 years in public television and WNET, I was fired. And so I went to Al Perlmutter, who welcomed me with open arms. I mean, I came with a dowry. I came with $150,000 R&D. So at least we knew that if I did a good proposal, that there was a good chance we would get the money from NEH, which we did. And at that time, there was a feeling of we really ought to do something a little less purely educational, a little more entertaining. And a very good writer got the idea of matter of fact, we got the idea together, but he wrote it, of great tales in Asian art. And there are certain stories or poems in India, the Ramayana and the Gita Govinda. There's certain things which are really classics and that are endemic to the very important in the culture. So we decided to do great tales in Asian art.
Often when we were able to go to a location to scout, we both consulted on the best angle, where to shoot, and I took note of the time of day in terms of lighting. And she knew exactly what she wanted. She was so well prepared that it was a question of merely juggling angles and things like that. And I really respected that from her. She was a very visual person, but also had done some extraordinary research that it was all there in her head. We had a wonderful relationship. Of course, she would go ballistic at times, but that's Perry. You know, if something didn't happen the way she wanted, she would always get what she wanted.
There was one particular experience in Seoul when we were having difficulty getting permission to shoot some things that we wanted to shoot, some scenes that we wanted to shoot. And every indication was that we would not be given that permission. So Perry asked for a meeting, and we went to an official's office. I think there were 4 or 5 of us there. And the meeting with tea and rice cakes and whatever lasted, I don't know how long, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And by the time we left, they were so taken with Perry that they gave permission. But it was a prime example to me of persuasion, Perry's persuasion, I would call it.
In any case, great tales in Asian art. The curator of Asian, or who is now the curator of Asian art at the Metropolitan, said that it was the best film on Asian art that he'd ever seen.